Just for those people that aren't aware, obviously with this show we get a lot of different people from different backgrounds, sort of different musical positions and stuff. For those people that aren't aware, who is Miss LA?
Oh, that's such a good question. Right, I'm going to try and answer this as easy as possible. I'm a South London DJ / producer. I grew up around Brighton, which is why I've been involved with Samurai Nights and a lot of artists that are from the South Coast. And I'm also a radio presenter as well. So I currently present on a station called Flex FM, which is based in South London as well. Amazing,
man. So there's a fair few different kind of bows to the cap, as it were.
Yes, yeah, trick of all trades, I like to think.
Yeah, that's good though, man. That's good. So I didn't know you grew up. I didn't know you kind of you were in that sort of Brighton area for a while.
Yes, yeah. So I went to college in Northbrook. You must have heard of Northbrook,
yes,
right?
Of course.
Yes, that infamous college there. So I went there, done music tech. I was obviously around for like high school and stuff. And yeah, just went straight back up for university, and I've just kind of been stuck here ever since, to be fair.
Nice though. I think it's obviously the old Samurai Nights events. They were some of my favourite events to actually go to back when I was at Bar 41 over in Worthing. There was some amazing nights there, man. Like I remember it always being a really good vibe and a good energy. So shouts out to the Samurai Nights crew each and every time. Kind of moving forward then, obviously today there's a lot of stuff for us to kind of talk about. Obviously, as I said before, we did recently premiere one of your collaborations with Bunker on the show, which was really, really good to do. How was the response to that tune after it landed?
It was insane. Obviously, Bunker's a really good friend of mine, and I've been wanting to do production for a long time, and it's one of the good things that kind of came out of lockdown. It was giving me time to kind of sit down and be like, right, let me learn this, let me sit down, because I have no patience. So when I was forced into having patience, that's how the production kind of thing came forward. And once I found out it was going to be released through Garage Shed, it was like a dream come true. I couldn't believe it. For first release as well, I was just over the moon. So big ups to Garage Shed, out to Gavin as well, and obviously Bunker. But yeah, it was amazing. It was so good, and thank you so much for all the airplay as well.
No worries at all, man.
I see that.
Like what it was, do you know what it is? It's one of those tunes that just kind of landed in the playlist, and it landed in my inbox, and I was like, you know what, this is definitely one that I want to get involved with. And it was really, really cool to do the premiere on it as well. So kind of with that then, that was actually the first time I came across your sort of production, if I'm being 100%. Yeah. That's the first time I sort of stumbled across it. So how long has that production side of things been a part of what you do?
So I only really got into production when I was at uni. So this is literally about 2-3 years ago. And I never really I played around with it, but I never took it massively serious until kind of lockdown. And since then, my production levels have been really good. And obviously Bunker's been a really massive help with that as well. And yeah, it's just been exciting. I would say within the last kind of year or so, I've started to take it more seriously and start trying to produce more. So I'm very fresh to it, to be honest.
Okay, cool. So with that then, obviously, have you noticed your sort of... It's a question I quite like to ask to people who are quite new to that sort of production sort of circle and sound. Have you found your sort of opinions on music changing since you've been getting involved with the production side of things?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, it's a very fast-paced game, obviously, to kind of stay ahead of. But I love, my new school garage, and I think that area is kind of niche, and you have to kind of have a certain style about you that is unique to you, that stands out to you. So, you have your Sammy Vergy drums, you have your conductor, chords. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Of course.
So it's trying to, find your kind of that gap in the market, really.
Definitely. No, I feel that, man. I feel that. And I think, obviously, with your sound, it seems to me that you've kind of gone in pretty much with the sort of garage angle being quite a central point to what you do. Has that always been something that you've been very interested in from a musical perspective?
Yes, definitely. I think I'm like most DJs when they say EZ was their idol growing up. So I love my bass and my UKG. I also have an event that I run called Bass Till Late, and that predominantly focuses on bass music. So any sort of music that has a wub in it, I'm down. Do you know?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. And I think now in general for UK dance music, I feel has never really been in a stronger position as far as I can see, despite the fact obviously that there are no clubs open. Obviously, as well as that, you are someone that is involved with running a breakfast show, as you said. You work over on Flex.
Yes.
And am I right in thinking you work alongside the station as well for a number of other bits as well?
Yeah, so obviously, I've got the same energy as you. I'm up at 5 a.m. literally every day of the week.
Troopers, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Everyone's listening to us like, how did you have this energy? So I do the breakfast show alongside DJ Solly on Flex. That's only 3 days a week though, so it's Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And during the rest of the week, I head up the media team at Flex here. So that's all of like the online content that goes out. So any kind of video editing, tracks of the week, interactive posts, those kind of things there. So I'm always busy.
Amazing, man. So even with that combined with the sort of production side of things alone, and that's before getting into doing the show, it seems like you do have a really, really full plate.
Yeah, definitely. I think once kind of with lockdown, everything kind of grinded to a halt, and it's nice that things are slowly starting to shape themselves again. Being able to throw myself back into work and being able to put stuff out there for people to enjoy is just like the best feeling in the world. So hopefully in terms of events and music and stuff, we can get that little bit closer to things kind of returning back to normal, but slowly but surely. Definitely,
yeah. No, it's always going to be a little bit of a rocky road, and with that as well, something I did want to ask is obviously getting into that sort of radio side of things. What's been your kind of favourite kind of discovery from doing radio? Like, has it been like almost like a skill you've discovered that you really enjoy, or a song, or like what's the thing that you kind of think, I'm so happy I did that because of this?
I would have to say production in general. I always wanted to be like a presenter / DJ, but I never thought I would be able to kind of like or find interest in the kind of setting up for a show, doing the production side of things myself. So being in control of the desk, you know, sorting out pre-records, doing mixes and interviews and stuff like that. I never thought I'd be able to take full control over everything. So those kind of skills I've really enjoyed learning.
Awesome, man. And I think that's something that you never kind of stop learning with that sort of thing. You know, it's almost like
so
it's almost like chefing. You like it's like the age old thing where it's where it's a case of like if you love something and it's something you enjoy doing, you never stop learning in that sort of field. And I definitely feel now with the way obviously radio is changing, we're in a period where stuff is being live streamed a ton more. We're getting a lot more video content than ever before. Have you seen any changes take place already since you've been there?
Yeah, I mean, I've never used a green screen so much in my life over the last, 6 months. Definitely. Especially in terms of live streams as well. It's constantly a battle to try and make sure that your feeds stay consistent, that they're visually appealing to everyone. And again, it's like just trying to stand out from the crowd. But it's definitely an exciting thing to be a part of. And in a way, it's kind of forced people in the industry to learn new things, which I think is always a good thing.
Definitely, man. I mean, we were talking on Twitter the other day. I learned something new about green screens yesterday. I didn't know you were supposed to iron them. This is literally brand new news to me.
Oh, no, literally, I don't iron anything in my life, so I don't really want doing that. I actually, do you know what? It's a pain, though, because I actually have spent time trying to, edit out, little creases and stuff when I'm doing post-editing. And I think, why didn't I just sort that out? People are smarter than us, but oh well.
It's the age-old conundrum, man. The interesting thing with that is, I mean, how are you supposed to iron a green screen? It's like in the air. Like, how is that? It's madness.
I don't get it. It's too big.
Yeah.
It's like when people iron their bed sheets. I don't have time for that. There's just no effort there.
You know what? I've been polar opposite with bed sheets. When it was the height of summer last year, when it was super, super hot last year, I genuinely, and this is something I don't think I've said on radio before, I genuinely put a bed sheet into a plastic bag, put it into the freezer for 10 minutes to cool it down so I could get to sleep. It was that hot.
Does that work?
And it worked. It was one of the best things I've ever done. It's one of the best
life
things.
Hacks right here, people.
Proper life hacks here on breakfast this morning. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to crack on with one of the tunes that we're listening to today. And I've switched it around because we were talking about it a little bit earlier. I want to run this one from yourself and Bunker. This one does go by the name of My Love. So talk to me about this tune, how it came together originally, and what we can expect for when we're listening.
Yes, so I'm really cool friends with Bunker. He's an amazing new school producer, especially with garage and bass, so please go and check him out. I literally hit him up. I was like, let's just try and do something. Let's do a collab. Let's do it. And we did. We fell in love with this tune, and I hope you guys love listening to it. This is My Love.
Amazing. Right, we've just gone 9:15 here on Trickstar Radio. Out to all the locked-in crew each and every time. Remember, you can listen in via the Trickstar Radio app, and make sure you are locking in for the second half of this interview. Don't go anywhere, my friends.
With CubCamTV.
Trickstar Radio.